Hello everybody, how are you guys doing today? My name is Shelly and I am so glad you guys are here. Do I look a little dark? I can't tell if my auto adjusting on the light is light enough or it seems too cool, if it seems like it's a little off. Anyway, and one of the first big palettes that I ever purchased was a Morphe palette. So every now and then Morphe does a release of something and sometimes I go, do I really need it? Do I need it? Should I buy it? Does this fit into the whole conscientious purchasing, type thing? And then sometimes I talk myself into it. So today we're gonna talk about their Sweetest Tea collection that they launched relatively recently. So they came out with two out and about lip kits. One of them is Sweet Tea and one of them is Sweetest Tea. Is that right? Yeah, Sweet Tea and Sweetest Tea. And then they have the Sweetest Tea palette. And I thought, you know what, with this and maybe a couple BH products that I haven't used on camera yet, maybe we could just do like some makeup. And I do have foundation on. I think today I'm using the Ordinary foundation. I used it relatively recently and it's so good and just easy and gives me the right amount of coverage. I did apply it with a damp beauty blender. I did have some stuff on earlier, so I have a little bit of mascara, maybe even just a touch of eyeliner left from earlier, but these palettes are so easy to do multiple looks with. So should we do that? Should we do 3 looks with this palette? Yeah, let's do that. I haven't done one of those in a little bit here. This is the palette. It's typical cardboard palette. No mirror, as sometimes, Morphe doesn't put mirrors in their big ones, but that's okay. It's a big palette and it was inexpensive. This is big. This is 35 shades. Yeah, 35 T in the T. And you have your neutrals down here, almost like a cool tone neutral that you've got. And then you obviously had these down here. You've got this kind of coral section, which is nice, like adobe colors, oranges, very transitional, seasonal transitional things. And then you've got these beautiful purples down here. So what a fun spring, early spring. I'm being over enthusiastic. I really want it to be spring. So I want to do something along the lines of date night. I want to do something that's a little bit more fun, kind of fresh, feeling enthusiastic about the changes in seasons. And then I want to do one that's going to be just more of an everyday, minimalistic kind of thing. You know how it is. I wasn't sure I was going to do it initially because at first I thought, is that like the Jacqueline palette from a couple years ago? It's not. That one was way more orange and pink. The Sweet Tea lip liner is kind of like your 90s brown lip liner, and I've been obsessed with that and using that for quite a while. You guys have seen me use that on my channel a bit because it's just easy and it's easy to reach for and it's easy and works with so many different things. I'm gonna throw in some of the BH palettes that I picked up recently. If you guys saw my BH haul, I'll actually include the link into it here, but I haven't used these yet. I was waiting for a palette, but I wasn't gonna do like a face full of a certain brand. And because this Morphe kit came out with different lip kits and a big palette, I thought, you know what? Let's show some BH some love here. Now, BH, if you guys haven't heard, is going through some sort of a restructuring. Thought maybe I would use the Tulum kind of bronzer. I'm actually going to go into this one right here, just with the corner of kind of a fluffy brush. And let's just see. A little yellow. Yeah, but actually I think that works. Anyway, I like these kind of 6-pan palettes from BH because I think that they apply very well. I hate to say it, this Morphe brush is kind of falling apart. I'm shedding. That doesn't bode well. All right, I'm gonna take, I have this sort of flesh colored turtleneck on. I wanna make sure I don't get too much makeup on it, but we're gonna do a little sculpting right there as well. As soon as I get these face products on, we'll get into the Morphe products here. I think this is kind of a fun palette. Again, this is BH, not Morphe, but you've got 6 total shades, 4 mattes, 2 shimmers. Yeah, I've got a little highlighter brush. I'm gonna take this one right here. Let's just put a little bit of, I'm gonna still put blush on. If I am going to do any kind of highlighter, I certainly like to do it kind of underneath the blush. That makes it a little bit more seamless. Yeah, little highlights here and there. That works. Okay. Yay for the Tulum. I would love to go to Tulum right now. We're also going to use the Glowing in Grease palette. This color in particular seemed like it really kind of matched the palette, which makes it easy. I don't know why I'm so worried about not glaring you with the mirror. There's no mirror in this. Let's just take this kind of, what is that color? It's called Paros. This must be one of the islands maybe, because you've got Mykonos, Paros, Santorini, Athens, Milos, and Olympia. I probably didn't say all that right. BH tends to have very pigmented products, but they do blend and buff out, so I get super excited about them. A little bit of kick up, be prepared for that. So, if you're wearing your white grease summer dress, put your makeup on naked. I am so ready for warm weather and sunshine, you guys. You have no idea. I almost feel like this winter has been longer than other winters so far. Why am I so dark? You know what? Let me try to lighten this up here a little bit. I lightened up the setting just a little bit. Let's see if that doesn't help. Blush is on. Yay. This feel better once I got a little, a little color going on. Let's take a look at this palette here. So we're gonna do one look on one eye, one on the other eye, and then we'll take it all off and we'll finish up with a cohesive look at the end. I think what I really want to do, I want to do something a little bolder than I usually do. I've been watching so much of Angeshka's videos lately that she inspires me to be a little creative. So I'm going to take this lavender right here, which is called Next Level. And I do have a little, or had earlier, I don't know if it's still on here, a little of the Thank Me Later eyelid primer. And it's such a easy to use primer, but it's translucent, it's not opaque. There's a little bit of it still left on my eyeballs. That is more lilac than lavender. And I would have thought by the shade in here that it would have been a little bit more lavender. It's more lilac. I'm gonna go in a little darker. We're gonna take this matte right here. And this one is called With Attitude. Start kind of building up, sort of C shape. You guys know I don't stray too far off of, you know, what I know works right with my eye shape. I think that's the kind of the thing. Once you figure out how to lift your eyes the right way and get the right shape for them, then you can pretty much play with whatever color works with your skin tone, your eye color. I'm not so worried if I get a ton of patchiness because I'm gonna put on a shimmer top here anyway. But in general, even though it's like a purpley pigment, I'm not getting too much patchiness. And I just went in with a little bit more of the Next Level to kind of buff out that top. I think I might actually go into this. Wait, is that the one I used? I'm going all the way to the darkest one in this row. It almost looks like a dark plummy called In the Mood, and it is a rich shade. That's stunning. I wasn't sure about this at first. I was like, well, you know, am I really reaching for too many big palettes lately? I realized how much I loved Sweet Tea, and I really wanted to get the lip kit because they've sold out. It's such a popular combination. Lip liner is probably one of the more iconic lip liners. Now I'm going to use two different ones of these shimmers. This one right here. I'm applying that with my finger, and we're going a little bit, I'm kind of bumping it into that dark purple and then up into where I started that crease shade as well. I'm gonna grab my brush again and go back over the seam. Wow, I love that dark shade. Okay, now I'm gonna take this lighter color here. What was the last one I used? Light Candy. And now I'm gonna take my bestie, which is this shade right here. I need to use a different finger because that one's dirty. And I'm gonna put this one inner portion of my lid. Wow, super pretty. Love the way these perform. I want to take this one. I skipped this one, and I've got a little liner brush. I'm going to use that down below here. And you guys have heard me talk lately about I'm using lighter colors, but because this is a strong purple look, we're going with it. And then I'm going to take the darkest shade. Well, I don't even know what's the darkest shade. There's three shades that are very similar. You know what? I'm just going to, I'm going to use this one. I didn't use this one earlier. Take a little bit of that, darken up right against the lash line. Love that. Okay, I need to do I didn't zoom you guys in, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do a quick little cleanup here. Let's put some mascara on. All right, you guys, there is look number one using the Sweetest Tea palette from Morphe. Yeah, I did use a number of shades, and it's pretty pretty bold. I wouldn't necessarily, you know, I would do this for date night because I think it's super pretty. Or if I was in a place where I could be creative. I really want to use something with this lipstick pink because it's a little scary for me. There's some gorgeous oranges in here too, and I'm just feeling so orange. It sounds weird. I'm not feeling orange. I want to incorporate more orange into my wardrobe, into my daily life, because I think it's a great color. I love like a rust color, but I've been really digging like a tangerine bright orange, navel orange, if you will. That's pretty because that's almost like a lipstick pink, but it's soft enough. Should I do an orange? Okay, that one was called Not That Innocent. I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Grab Drinks because it's almost a bright red, but not really like a tomato red. Would you guys do red eyeshadow? It seems that's the potential to give you guys like rabbit eye looks, but buffed into that other pink, that's kind of pretty. I'm gonna go back into Not That Innocent to deepen up that touch there a little bit. That's fun and pretty. Okay, let's get it a little bit more serious here. I'm just cleaning off that same brush and going into Contents Are Hot, this one right here. Let's give us some depth out here. Keeping that one a little bit lower, not quite as much overlap in the shades as I normally do. I really like that kind of sunset vibe I'm getting with that. Yeah, I like that. Wow, this is a super fun palette. There are shades in here that I think really can challenge your comfort level. Buff that at the top. This is a pretty small flat brush, but I'm gonna take this brush right here. I'm gonna go into, I totally changed my mind. I want this one right here. This is so bright. Called Another Round. Barely showing up. Okay, it did build up. Okay, I was gonna switch gears and like wet my brush, but I don't think I think it's actually packing on pretty well. I would never have thought to put these colors together. If they didn't come in the same palette, I would be like, and I'm like literally trying to get the craziest shades. I'm like, I would never wear red eyeshadow. Would never wear, you know, lipstick pink eyeshadow. But how fun. Okay, I need a lighter shade. I think I'm gonna go to this cool tone one out here called So Cute. Just gonna grab a little of that right here, just a little bit. I don't know if you guys can even see, but I really like that. Okay, since I did all those pink and orange, there's a shade in here called Heat Wave. Which one is it? This one right here. This one's called Heat Wave. It's like Coral Perfection. Okay, let's put some mascara on. I'll be right back. Okay. Look number 2. I got a little crazy with the mascara and it's not dry yet. So you're gonna have to look past the flex. It was not a Morphe mascara, just so you know. But that's kind of like, you know, pink and burgundy and very spring-like to me. I think it's really fun. I think incorporating any of those shades into even just like a simple, normal, you know, everyday look would really bring something fun to it. I don't know why I'm bothering cleaning this up right now because, you know, I'm gonna take it off and put another one. But there we've got a monochromatic purple look over here, more purples and pinks, and then this kind of, I don't know, almost like sunset-y, orange and red and pink and burgundy, and I think it's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna come back in with one more look that I'm gonna have on the rest of the day. So hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back. And I just took the dregs of my foundation brush over my eyelids. I didn't actually do anything more than that because frankly, if I'm doing a normal everyday daytime look, I'm probably not gonna take the time to do an eyelid primer. Unless I'm traveling or something. I really like this shade right here. This looks like it would be like a perfect everyday neutral. It's called Chill Moment. Chill Moment is coming across as a little bit more like a peach undertone. I thought it was going to be a little bit more sandy, but I think it actually makes a pretty good transition shade slash, you know, you can literally wear it all over the lid. Lightened up my camera a little bit again. I feel like I went a little bit too high maybe over here. Maybe it's not too bad. I'm gonna grab this sand color right here called OG Crew. Is that up here? I'm wearing like this flesh colored turtleneck right now, which would not be my first choice, but it's just kind of chilling at home today. I'm going anywhere. So I figured I would take the time to play with some makeup. And I don't know if you can hear, I've got a dog right here. She snores so loud. All right, let's use this cool toned brown down here called Sweet Tea. That would be the name of the lip liner that I have fallen in love with. Hers. It is applying pretty darn well. I don't have any like patchiness, skippiness, anything like that that's annoying to me. I would think that this brown has almost a little tiny bit of green in it. The one above it has maybe a little bit of a greenish yellow. I love these palettes from Morphe that have pigment. There are very few of these large format palettes that I haven't enjoyed. One of them was the Pony Parks one, Icy Fantasy, I think is what it was called. I hated that palette. I just didn't enjoy it. I just don't really do too many pastels. There's so many choices. I think these 35s, because you get 5 more shades, obviously than the 30 pans, you end up being a little overwhelmed because there's so many choices. I want to take this one over here called Not Tea, N-A-U-G-H. Wow, super pigmented, just maybe a little bit of fallout. Make sure that you tap it off, especially if you've done your base makeup beforehand. So one of the things I like to do on this channel, if you are new here, is I like to look at palettes and go, okay, can we get multiple looks from the same palette? Do you have to dip into multiple palettes to get something that you want? If you can get multiple looks from the same palette, does it fit into our lifestyle? For me, my lifestyle is I have to have more of a corporate appropriate look. I like to do something maybe a little bit fun, but like daytime appropriate. And then I like to have date night looks, which are usually a little bit more smoky and exotic and probably a little over the top, truth be told. And I've already taken this way too far from like a work look. I got carried away because I'm so excited about this palette. You know what? I'm gonna use this one down here. It's called Always Trending. Wow, what a pretty bronze color. It feels really good on the finger too. The quality to me, I would say, is on par with like ColourPop quality. Prices are probably in the similar, you know, drugstore-esque, but you can buy them at Ulta and off of Morphe's website, which tends to be where I buy most of my Morphe products. I'm gonna grab, I need a little tiny brush here. I got a little pencil brush. I'm gonna grab right here. This one's called Sugar Me right here. Okay, you guys, I haven't heard anybody talking about this palette. Did you guys see it? and think it might be kind of a fun transition into spring sort of palette combination or palette situation? Or did you go, oh, it's Morphe, I don't want it? Or what were your thoughts on it? Or is it more like, oh, we've seen those, we've done that, do we really need it again? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm gonna grab a liquid eyeliner really fast. This one's from Doja Cat BH. I'd say I've just gone completely overboard. I didn't need to do any of this for a daytime. Oh, let's do a simple daytime work from home or hang out at home look, shall? Yeah, let's do that. Cause you know, we'd all do that. We'd all do liquid eyeliner to hang out at home all day. All right, let me put some mascara on and I will be right back. Mascara's on. I don't know why these fall colors still appeal to me so much, but they really do. Okay, you guys, I have 2 lip kits. One of them is the Sweet Tea kit. I'm gonna use that one first, and then I'm gonna take it off and probably switch to the other one because it's the new one that I really want to try. So let me make sure my lips are. I had some like a lip mask and some tinted lip oil on. So this is the Sweet Tea lip liner. This is the one that I've had for a long time. Not this particular one. This is a new one. I really like it. It has such a great undertone for me. That is such a great brown. Here's the lipstick out of the kit. That does remind me of tea. I don't know that I love it. It's a little yellow, but I think it kind of reminds me a little bit of more of a yellow Cool Girl from Too Faced. This is the lip gloss, and I'm not really getting a scent. Something slightly sweet, but not horrible. Okay, so that's the Sweet Tea lip combination. The gloss for me helps quite a bit. It's still maybe a little too dark. I think if I were gonna wear this combination, I would probably do a little lighter, maybe a little bit lighter in the center, because I think I've got so much going on with this bronzy 80s supermodel eyeshadow that I think the lips kind of, it's just, I think it's a little much. Do you guys know what I mean? Like it's just a little too competitive. We're gonna take the lip off. I knew I was gonna do this. I'm not taking it off because I don't like it. I just don't think it's the right combination with this eye look. So we're gonna take that off. The lip liner, love. The lipstick might not be my first choice, but I can see how it would work with a number of people. Okay, the other kit is called the Sweetest Tea, and this is the new one. So let's see. So this is the Sweetest Tea lip liner. Oh, wow. Okay. Very pretty, actually. Based on the color of the cap, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more purpley fuchsia-like, but it's a really pretty dark burgundy, brownish burgundy. Let's see what the lipstick looks like. Oh yeah, wow. It's very much a rich fall chocolate kind of lip. Let's try the gloss. That's more of the same. So I have this kind of competing eye and lip thing going on. Let's just try something really fast here. I'm removing some of the lipstick right from the center. So I still have some of the darker on the outside. Took a different shade. How much do I like that? I like that so much better. Okay. Love the lip liners, both of them. Really, really good choices. I think the lipsticks and the lip gloss, one or the other. I think if you've got a lighter color that you can use, for me anyway, lighter color to use as contouring, I'm really digging this makeup. I'm gonna go back into, you know what? I'm gonna take the Mykonos blush. Again, just kind of buff that up because I think when I took my makeup off, I lost some of it. Took the eyeshadow off to switch between. Okay, I need a little Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Summer glow here, huh? Okay, you guys, I actually am thrilled with this palette. I'm glad I picked it up. I need some setting spray. Might as well stick with a theme. We'll go with Morphe setting spray. It's the Continuous Mist setting spray. One of my favorites. You guys have seen me use that ad nauseum, I'm sure. All right, you guys, that's it for today's video. 3 looks using the Sweetest Tea palette. I tried both lip kits. The lip kits are, they're a good base, but I think you need a lighter shade for me personally. How I look and how I like these dark shadows. Yeah. I do feel like you have a number of like work appropriate shadows. I think you've got some really scary shades in here too that are kind of fun to explore. And I gotta be honest, I didn't have a problem with any of the 3 looks. I would wear all of them outside of the house for a different situation. This one I'm gonna leave on. I'm gonna go make a fire in the fireplace and I don't know, maybe do some editing. So I've got a work from home with a full glam face look. You know, because I'm extra today. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing really well. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.